Alright, how y'all doing? Thanks for stopping in. I want to talk about something here. In addition to the last video I made about buying a diesel truck, buying an F-250, 350, whatever, diesel pickup. And this is in regards to the newer stuff with emission system on it. If it's an older diesel truck, don't worry about this video. But if you're buying a new diesel truck, you got to think about what it comes down to. What are you going to be using it for? You know, if you're not towing anything ever, or you're towing something once in a great while, once a year, you're doing a lot of driving in town, slow speeds, it's idling excessively, stuff like that, stay away from a diesel engine. The reason I say that is because it's going to cost you a lot in the long run. It'll be fine, you know, in the beginning. It's going to regen more than it would if it was being used correctly. But in the long run, once you accumulate higher miles and you're doing that excessive idling or driving in town at slow speeds and driving 20 minutes, shutting it off, you know, stuff like that, that diesel particulate filter is going to clog up. It's going to regen excessively. It may go into limp mode, or it may not start at all if it gets that bad. So you got to think about what you're using it for. Me, I have a 2022 6.7 Power Stroke F-250. I drive 56 miles to work 5 days a week. I average anywhere from 70 to 75 miles an hour, 1,500, 1,600 RPM. Right now I'm doing like 60. I'm in traffic right now, but I average about 70 to 75 miles an hour. I drive over 100 miles round trip every day, 5 days a week. I do a fair bit of towing. I work on boats for a living, so I tow boats, and I got a 28-foot enclosed car hauler, a skid loader I haul once in a while on a trailer. So it works, okay? So this truck regens maybe like 3 times a month. That's not exaggerating. I use Arch oil in the fuel every time I fill up, you know, for better burning of the fuel, more efficient. Lubricate the fuel system. That's a big thing on these trucks too, is make sure that fuel has got the lubricity it needs. That's another subject we'll talk about maybe in the future, but mainly the point I want to get across this video is make sure you're taking into consideration what you're going to be using that pickup for that you're buying. You know, idling for excessive periods of time, driving in town, slow speeds, short distances, stuff like that, do not do it. You're going to cost yourself expensive repairs in the future. You're going to have more problems. Put this in perspective. A diesel particulate filter is it's going to be over $5,000. I'll tell you that right now. Just for the part. They're not cheap. These diesel trucks are not cheap, and they're not cheap to repair. Parts are expensive. You got to keep that in mind. But they have a ton of power and a ton of torque, and that's why I bought this truck, is because if you haven't driven one, go drive one. You're going to be surprised, but keep that in mind what you're going to be using it for. Hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.